Hello, internet friends. Welcome to the live stream. Well, that's crazy. I have the live stream comments on a 4K screen, and wow, that's my whole face. We'll wait for some other people to show up for a second, but feel free to hop in the chat and say hello. We're going to be playing this game today, I Dissent, and it's a new one. You guys know that I like the card games when it comes to the live streams, you know. There's no awkward conversation that way. Considering I'm just talking to myself, that'd be pretty typical, actually. Hey, friends. Familiar faces already. Great to see you. All right, so never played before. I know, I kind of went through the cards once before, but haven't really played. We're not gonna really, we're not gonna play as per the directions. One, because I haven't read the directions, and number two, because you humans are on the other part of the world. So basically what we're gonna do is I'm going to draw one of these cards, one of the topic cards. Well, let's do an example, all right? So here's one. So this one says college athletes should get paid, okay? So now you have to either agree or disagree with that statement. And then you have to argue your case. So that's the version that we're gonna play. I'll see how you guys are answering, but then I'll also kind of give my 2 cents on the matter. And yeah, we're doing great, Andrew. Glad that you came here. I also have some plantain chips because they're delicious. They are chill. Thank you. We also have my INTJ proof cup here. University. Yeah, it's the same. All right, so we are going to, you only see, okay, Crystal, listen. Let's go through my coffee intake today. I know I had mentioned doing a stimulant-free live stream, but this morning I had 2 shots of espresso and then I had a triple Americano at about 5:30. So I'm good on my caffeine, I think, for right now. Should get me through the stream, but I have water and plantain chips. So I'm glad you have your coffee though. Do the winners get snacks? Yes. Not my snacks though. You have to go get your own snacks from your own pantry or refrigerator. Hi from INTP. INTP from INTP. Oh, from them. When I read that, I was like, from, as if it was a country or someplace, but you're an INTP. I get it. Nice. You heard about this game? Yeah. Was it from a TI user? All right. So we're gonna get started with the first one. So feel free to chime in with either you agree or disagree, okay? So the first one, the argument is a cupcake is not, wait, a cupcake is a muffin, not a cake. A cupcake is a muffin, not a cake. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, so I'm going to disagree that a cupcake is a muffin and not a cake. I do think that a cupcake is a cake because inherently a cake has frosting, and frosting is really an essential part of a cake because if a baked good did not have frosting, then it would simply be a loaf of bread, a sweet loaf of bread. So the frosting is essentially what makes the cake. So having it be smaller doesn't change the fact that it is a sweetened bread with icing. Therefore, making it a cake in the size of a cup, people. Thank you. I think I won that argument. Does anyone disagree with me? Disagree. Crystal, I thought we were friends. State your reasons. What about pound cake? Pound cake is just sweet bread. See, I wouldn't even call pound cake a cake. I think that is misinformation right there. It's too fluffy to be a regular muffin. The chemistry is different in a muffin than it is a cake. Oh my gosh. Listen, we need some sensory proof on this, Crystal. You need to tell us how chemically the cupcake is different than the cake. Because, in my opinion, I mean, you can just take the same stuff and throw it in the same thing, and then it makes the same kind of dessert. Hey, Lynn, happy to see you here. Full on TE blast. Listen. Oh, not me. Okay, cool. All right. So we went through a cupcake is a muffin, not a cake. I disagreed with that. Let's go on to our next one. Oof. All right. I'm sure this one will be controversial. Rightfully so, I guess. So Halloween is the most fun holiday. I almost want to skip this one, but most fun holiday. Because it really depends how someone's defining fun. But if it's okay, so the problem with this question is that I don't think any holidays are particularly fun. They're nice, they can be nice, but fun. Okay, this is my live stream, so I'm skipping this one. We're going on to the next one. Ooh, we're gonna skip that one too. Oh, all right. Do I have an opinion on this one? It's okay to drink milk that has gone a day or two past the expiration date. Okay. So I have my reasons for this one too. So agree or disagree. Okay. It's okay to drink milk that's gone a day or two past the expiration date. All right. So I am going to, okay, hear me out. I'm going to disagree with this one, but there's reasons why. Now, is it likely okay? It's okay to drink the milk. And in my case, almond milk, as I do not drink the juices from a cow creature. So I will drink almond milk, but I don't drink it after the expiration date because, not because of the fact that it's probably okay. I get it if that's your argument. But the longer you have something in the refrigerator, the greater the percentage and chances that it's been left out by someone over a period of time. And so think about the lifespan of your milk in your refrigerator, right? It comes out, it'll be out for a little bit, maybe morning cereal, whatever. It goes back in. Each time getting warmer, right? Each time giving another opportunity for some disgusting bacteria to creep their way inside, right? And my thoughts are, hey, by the expiration date, I've played the lotto enough with how much this milk has been meandering around the kitchen, and it's time for it to go. Usually the almond milk has been drank because I ate a lot of cereal. So that is my thoughts on that. What do you all say? Just smell it. Oh gosh, you're asking me to test or to trust my smell. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes it can expire before the date. That's true. Oh gosh, you taste it to tell if it's bad? That's so daring. Guess it's utter madness. Drinking milk, utter madness. Thank you, Lynn. The milk is almond. It's not raw or pasteurized. But it's not raw almond milk. Ask someone to taste it for you. Oh gosh. Is this a new game or a metaphor? Okay. So all right, so on to the next one. Hope you guys are, let's see. All right, so this one. When getting dressed, you should put on your socks before your pants. Do you agree or disagree? Now it's should. We're not asking which one you actually do. Which one should you do first? Should you put on your socks before your pants? Do you agree or disagree? The jury weighs in. Lijo comes in with the agree. You should put your socks on before your pants. Now, why is that? All right. Since you asked, and since it's my live stream, you should put on your socks before your pants because if you wear taller socks, like I do, you will want to make sure that the sock goes up the ankle, okay? And the best sequence for it to be going up the ankle is to have the sock go on first and then the pants go down over it, right? But if the pants are fully extended on the leg, and then then you have to go underneath the pants, like the bottom of the pants, to make the sock go straight. And therefore, you're doing more work and potentially having an option for the sock not to lay flat on the skin. Unacceptable, really. So who cares? Okay, I know who cares, right? But still, we're playing the game, so we have to kind of, It depends on the socks and the weather. Interesting. Socks before pants. Yeah, there we go. Nate gets it. Always socks out. You guys are my people. Like, we get the sock dilemma. It's very clear. It would be utter chaos otherwise. You guys are fun tonight. Okay. That one's kind of boring. Let's see. Okay, so I'm not going to answer this one. I'm just going to show you guys what it is. It says purple is the best popsicle flavor. I don't really remember the. Oh, no, actually, I think the blue one was a good one, right? It's been a minute. Let's see. Oh, all right, here we go. This is a classic argument here. Toilet paper roll over, not under. Over, not under. I'm just triangulating in my brain which direction. Okay, I do know. All right, so over, not under. Purple's not a flavor. I know. Okay, so I disagree with the over, not under. I think under, not over. All right, so Lindsay, why, in fact, do you think the toilet paper should go under and not over? Well, since you asked. I know the classic way is over, right? If you go into a hotel, they bend the little triangles, right, to make a little, right? But listen, if you're sitting on the toilet and you want to yank that thing and then like pull it so that it breaks off, if it's going over, there's a better chance that it's just going to pull out the entire roll than if it were to go under. you have usually, depending on the dispensing device, a better chance of pulling it on the edge to actually get it to break off. So basically, under is better because you can be more haphazard with your tearing methods. The over way, you have a greater chance of just like rolling that whole thing out onto the floor. Nobody's gonna pick that up. Yeah, test it out and tell me how it works. There's something going on about cats and dogs, but I don't know. Gotcha. Correct by whose definition? All right, moving on. Mm, All right, here we go. Your next controversial argument from the game, I Dissent, a game of supreme opinions written by your local TI user. This one is, it's okay to pee in the shower. Do you think it's okay? What are your reasons? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What does Lijo say? I'm sorry, I'm not going to keep saying that. So, in my opinion, it is certainly okay to pee in the shower because it's going to the same place either way. And that's all the explanation that I think I need on that one. Who says no? Why no? Give me a good argument against no. Why you can't pee in the shower. Oh wait. Someone. It's very efficient. Yes, thank you, Crystal. Why not? Give me a reason. Just don't say it's not for that. Okay, just stating the inverse doesn't make it any more or less correct. Well, okay, you would obviously do it with the shower was on, not if the shower was off. Maybe that has to be clarified. No, don't poop in the shower, please. Like, we have standards here, okay? We need to draw the line somewhere. A litter box. Okay, let's go. What is our next one? All right. Someone's gonna hate me for this one. It's okay to wear socks with sandals. Agree or disagree? It's okay to wear socks with sandals. Please don't forget to include your reasons. Oh, hi, Andy. All right, so hear me out. It's the kind of question you make enemies over. I agree that it's okay to wear socks with sandals. Now, before you start wielding your judgments against me, sometimes you're wearing socks in the house because I like to wear socks on the floor, on the hard floors, because then you glide over it nicely. So I like wearing socks inside. Now, if Indy has to go outside, right? Such a good boy. If Indy has to go outside, and the closest thing for me to put on really quick is a pair of sandals, and I'm wearing my socks, I will certainly put my feet in those sandals and then shuffle outside, let my dog go to the bathroom, and then go back inside. I'm not going to go wear them to work, certainly, but is it okay? Because again, efficient workflow, right? With the socks and the sandals, then yes, I definitely will. It's okay, I guess, but I wouldn't ever do it. No, don't leave. Let's see. You have a Papillon as well? That's awesome. Oh, you live where there's a lot of snow? Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, that works. That's why you're barefoot all the time? Very nice. Also living in the South helps. Oh, has Indy peed in a shower? I don't know. I don't think he has ever peed in a shower. I'll ask him. Hey, Indy, have you ever peed in the shower? No? You said no. Uh, let's see. All right, so moving on to our next question. Let's see. Oh gosh, this is one that I would love to argue both ways. This one I want to argue both ways. Can I break my own game? Yeah, of course. Okay, so this one is anything can be funny. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna get myself in trouble on this one. So anything can be funny. Okay, so hear me out. I think a perspective of anything can be funny. Now, are there lots and lots of scenarios which are not funny at all? Yes, certainly. But can you look at something in a certain way, especially when it is in the past, and find a way to look at it that brings some light, some humor to the situation, no matter how bad it could be? I think you absolutely can. I think also a lot of people wouldn't take that the right way, so you probably shouldn't. But I do think that it can be done. Um, Funny is subjective. Yeah, funny is very subjective. This is very true. Context is king. Yeah, it depends on the context. All right, so let's see. Oh, this one's interesting. Okay. I want to know how everyone with any answers this question. Cereal with milk is a soup. Cereal with milk is a soup. All right. So now this one could be debated well both ways. Okay. Cereal with milk is a soup. I'm going to disagree that cereal with milk is a soup because of the fact that I think the sodium in soup is a critical component of what makes it soup. Aside from the fact that it's liquid, aside from the fact that it has stuff floating in it. I mean, so you could use this same, if you were to define soup by liquid with stuff floating in it, then you could say that boba tea is soup. And it's like, I don't think that would really apply either. I think that sodium is a key component of what makes soup soup. And therefore, cereal with milk without the sodium as a sweetened breakfast treat, or maybe not, but still, the lack in sodium, the lack of savory nature in the cereal with milk, I think does not make it a soup thing. Soup is hot. Yep, is hot. Soup can also be cold. You can have a gazpacho. Delicious. Oh, see, interesting. A lot of people went to the temperature thing. Oh, someone says soup doesn't need to be hot. Okay. Let's see. Does anyone say sodium? Da, da, da. I guess there is still some sodium in milk. It's okay, Anthrax. You're not late. We're playing. We have a lot to do. Cereal. Okay. But is it soup? No. All right. Okay. Moving on. For anyone who's just coming in, we're playing this game, I Dissent, having to agree or disagree with each of these argument cards that are being presented here. This one goes out to you, internet friends. This question says, the internet makes people, I don't like the word dumber. The internet makes people less intelligent. Do you agree or do you disagree? I have a very strong opinion on this one. The internet makes people dumber. I absolutely disagree. The ability to get information extremely quickly is a factor in what you're able to learn at what quantity and at what frequency. So if there were important things for you to know back in the day before the internet, you would have to go and spend time going to an encyclopedia, going to a class, finding your answer by non-instantaneous means, okay? Now, does that mean that those people were not as intelligent? No. I mean, there were still ways to be intelligent before the internet. However, I don't think that the internet is making people less intelligent. I do think that the internet makes people lazy, and sometimes that laziness contributes to a complacent lifestyle, which doesn't give people the motivation to learn through action. But I do not think, I mean, we can spread information now quicker than ever before. I do think in general people are informed by multiple perspectives more than ever before, and I think that is valuable. So I disagree. I think you're all relatively smart since you're here on this live stream. Yeah, I think we're all on the same team here. Good job, guys. we pulled in on that one together, right? All right, let me drink my water so that I don't get dehydrated. No, I wouldn't say you're lazy for being here. I'm just saying the internet in general is very satisfying. So sometimes you don't want to go out and do that much, right? I mean, I can't be the only one. Okay, let's see. Now there is, I already know how I'm going to answer this one. There are some clarifying arguments that have to be said about it, but I will state those in my case. Tap water is just as good as bottled water. What is your answer? All right, so I disagree that tap water is good as bottled water. Um, so exceptions to this. There is some bottled water that is tap water in a bottle. They are brands such as Zephyr Hills and Aquafina. So if you look on those, you will see that those are not actual spring waters. Now, bottled water can be from a tap or it can be from a spring. So if it is spring water, if it is water that has been filtered, if it has been purified, if it's distilled, mineralized water, yes, it is very much better. It's a lot better than tap water because especially down here in the Southeast United States, our water quality is terrible because we are at sea level. We don't have underground aquifers here because we are in giant swamp essentially. So there is no purification going through our reservoirs, and therefore the reservoirs are actually on the ground level, right? So there's no natural filtration that's happening. You're having to get water that has gone through like chemical purification, and still in that water when it is tested, the amount of particles and chemicals and pharmaceuticals that still make it through our tap water here is outstanding. And so there is a lot of research that has been done on that, especially around where I live. So I would say I must have filtered water here. And a bottle is great, just as long as it's clean. I need the water to be clean. I don't trust tap water. There's too much sensory chaos wiggling around in there. You give your pet tap water. I give my pet filtered water because he deserves the best. Yeah, I do the reusable bottle too. Hence the cup. I I think you guys have seen my cup in every single stream so far, but this thing is the best because it doesn't spill if you drip it, if you take it over, which I do at least once a day. All right, next question. I don't want to answer this one, but like this question is Candyland is a good game. I think most board games are not very good, so especially that one. Sorry, just flipping through some cards, friends. Okay, here we go. It's more fun being an adult than being a kid. It's more fun being an adult than being a kid. What do you think? All right, so agree or disagree? I I agree. It's more fun being an adult than being a kid. Why, you might ask? Well, one, you get to make your own money, and so then you can say that you would like to spend it. You can have as much freedom as you want. You get to decide your own constraints of your own life and how you live it. You're not in a prison for little people, which is basically how most childhood is. You can make your own choices. You can grow as much as you want. You can really do anything that you want to do. Um, when you're a kid, you're limited by the facts that you can't drive, you can't hold a job. It's like if you live in a house that you want to eat a certain food and your parents only like make a certain kind of food, it's kind of like hard to like you're young, you like can't go get your own food. Then it's like, okay, well, I'm stuck eating what my parents want to eat. You know, uh, the freedom of being able to define the direction of your own life is wonderfully fun. And so, and you get to actually be responsible for your life. Like you get to contribute in the ways that matter for your life long term. So that is why I think being an adult is fun. And being a kid is basically like being in prison and you don't have any responsibilities, but that doesn't make it any better in my opinion. So you choose childhood. Is a person choosing childhood an ENFP? That's what I want to know. Okay. Let's see. Hmm. Interesting. Brunch is dumb. Dumb is kind of a harsh word for a meal, you know? We shouldn't be just like hanging around insulting the intelligence of a kind of day with a food associated. So I would disagree that brunch is dumb. If anything, it's kind of efficient. You're eating two meals in the time span of one, and so then you have to do less later. So, I mean, that sounds like a win for me. I think I unintentionally have brunch quite often, actually. So, I don't feel strongly about brunch. I don't feel strongly about brunch. I don't think I feel strongly about many of these, to be honest, but I'm trying to sound convincing either way. Yeah, it's tasty and efficient. I mean, that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about eating one meal instead of two. Why not? See, you know how the people are like, "Oh, you should eat more meals throughout the day." I think those are people who just like want to escape their responsibilities and take more time getting snacks. Which, hey, I advocate for snacks. No judgment. All right, let's see. Hmm. So yeah, the questions are like, this is fun. Hmm, I don't know. Let's see. Fall is better than spring. Fall is better than spring. I know why I'm going to answer this a specific way. I'm sure people are going to have their own reasons on this. So I would disagree that fall is better than spring. I think spring is better because when it's fall, it means that you're about to go into Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And that means that the time things and the schedules will be all kinds of crazy for the next 2 to 3 months. And that makes life more difficult when you're trying to have a consistent schedule with things. So that's why I prefer the spring. There's my very boring answer. All right, so here we go, controversy, whatever it is. Texting is as good as a phone call. Now, context matters, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. Context matters. But generally speaking, texting is as good as a phone call. I would say agree, because sometimes when you're on the phone with someone, they end up talking too long, or there's a signal error and you can't hear the communications well. All of a sudden, wait, what did you say? I didn't hear that. My headpiece just died on this. Hold on 1 second. Can you say that again? And what if it's just a small thing, right? So also the ability to reread something to make sure that you got it clearly, I think is important. So again, it depends on the context. If there's something that is like needs to be said in words, maybe you should go drive and see that person and tell them yourself. Okay. It's kind of the same thing as like, could this meeting have been an email? It's like usually yes. And then, like I said, you can reread through it, make sure that like you're clear on what needs to happen, what needs to be done. And that's, I think, the same thing with the text. And also with a text, you can make sure that you're saying what you really want to say because you have the ability to read it before you send it. You know, sometimes the words are hard to say in real time. So, how are you supposed to be sarcastic through a text? I think you can be sarcastic through a text. I'm trying to think of a good instance, though. I'll have to think about that. It's definitely possible. Crystal does make a lot of sense. Glad she's here. Let's see. Hi, DJ doesn't answer the phone. Oh, you were sarcastic about hating brunch. Gotcha. All of yours are sarcastic. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Ugh. Middle school is more fun than high school. Considering they're both relatively terrible, as once again, you are a child and don't have the ability to have control over your own life. Uh, but the thing is, like in high school, you do have some ability. Like usually in high school, you can drive by that time and have a job and stuff like that. So I would say I would disagree that middle school is more fun. I would say that high school is more fun just because you can more easily escape. There's my answer on that. Yeah, they're all terrible. Teaching high school is better. Middle school is trash. Yeah, middle school is trash. I remember like I have two or three memories really from middle school. And one of them was being in like sixth or seventh, I think I was in seventh grade. And I was in an English class with like 30 something kids, way too many kids for one classroom. And I remember like it was just wild. All the kids were just bouncing off the walls. One kid was up on his desk, like yelling. And I just remember my teacher being in the front of the class just crying. And I just remember being like in middle school in my seventh grade, like little seat being like, we are the worst. Like this is terrible. Who would ever want to teach middle school? Like we are the worst students. And I still believe that. Ooh, here we go. Nobody can make a bicycle helmet sexy. Well, let me see. I disagree with that. I think if you have the right person with the right brain protecting said brain, I mean, there's nothing more sexy than not getting a concussion. So I think that wearing a helmet can be quite sexy. And if you're prone to accidents, it's even more sexy because you're like, hey, I know what could happen and I am going to prevent that, you know? So let's see. You have never seen the new helmets. Yeah, yeah, people can definitely make bicycle helmets sexy. Protecting your brain is very sexy if you're smart enough. That one's annoying. Okay, let's see. Oh, interesting. Lindsay has a beautiful forehead, so I want to see it uncovered, no helmet. That is the funniest. All right, so BO is worse than bad breath. What are your thoughts on this? BO is worse than bad breath. I know my answer for this one. I would disagree that body odor is worse than bad breath because if someone has decay in their mouth, like we're talking oral decay of the teeth, that smell is far worse than a little hippie stench, if you know what I mean. So, one is a little sweat, a little natural enzymes on the body, very healthy, you know. The other is the rotting decay of mineral deposits in your mouth. So, I say BO all day. Okay. Both are equally vile. Interesting. Brush your teeth, chat, and don't shower. Okay, here we go. It's still okay to wear cargo shorts. And all the INTJ said, why would it still not be okay to wear cargo shorts? Of course, I agree that it's still okay to wear cargo shorts. Anything with a pocket is clearly superior to anything without a pocket. So, for instance, for work, I have this vest, it has two huge pockets in it. Do I wear it for fashion? No. Do I wear it for the fact I have two giant pockets and I can literally wear whatever else with it and I'll always have pockets? Yes. So again, pockets make a superior piece of clothing and therefore, yeah, it's definitely still okay to wear cargo shorts. So utility, yes. Here we go. Here, my people, they're so practical. 90s forever. If you disagree, prove your point. You have to have a good argument for that one. I don't think this chat's going to agree with you either way, so good luck. Should I have a plantain chip? Mm, delicious. Okay. Hmm. Some of these are just too easy. There's some thoughts here. You like to carry several wockets in your pockets. Tell us more. TE over FI close, yeah. You say you rarely see them looking flattering on women? Wow. It's time for Elijah to do a cargo pants montage? I don't know. All right, so should you shower when you wake up? Not before you. Okay, you should shower when you wake up, not before you go to bed. Okay, so this is to say that you can't shower twice a day. So I prefer to take a shower in the morning and the evening because, well, okay, so I'll work out in the morning, so it's kind of like, yeah, you have to. But if I had to choose, I would shower before I went to bed because the sweat from the day, the natural enzymes filtering through your pores, caressing the folds of your skin, growing little beautiful bacterias and funguses potentially. They're all chilling on there after a nice warm day. Okay. I don't want them coming into bed with me. Like, I want them to have, like, you do your thing, I'll do mine. Like, it's cool. We don't need to like get that close. Like, like, let's have fun for like the moment, but like, not our lifetime. And they can go at the end of the day. So I would say shower before bed if I had to choose. Interesting. This one's a little bit more polarizing in the chat. Interesting. Okay. Let's go both ways on this one. That's okay. No judgment. Just remember, bacteria and the enzymes, the little buddies hanging out, Oh gosh. I hate this one. Zits were meant to be popped. It's like I disagree in principle, but I agree in action. Were meant, intention, the intention of the design. I guess I technically have to disagree that they were meant to be popped. I think the body does a good job of excreting the no longer usable substances from it, and that it doesn't really need our assistance. It's not like, oh, like I'm a capable body to excrete these, no longer usable substances to me, but like help me out a little bit, human. Like it's not asking us for that, So it's like kind of like we should just let it do its thing, but it's almost like impossible to. And then you just start destroying your face like I will, a little stressed out. It's all good, no judgment. Waffles are better than pancakes. Isn't it kind of weird? We just went from zits to waffles, but you know what? We're all here. We're family. Waffles are better than pancakes. I would agree with that one. because if you're mixing something with your assisting substance, the pancake, it slides right off. I mean, it's the slip and slide of food. So if you have little rocky craters to hold your magic potions, why not? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, this one is very subjective, but I don't care. So this one says British accents are more elegant than American accents. I would agree. Okay, mind you, extremely subjective, this answer. So I get to work with a bunch of people from the UK, and I talk to them on Zoom like a few times a week. And every time I'm sitting in that Zoom meeting, I'm just like, they just make you sound like they just sound fancier. They sound like a fancier variety, you know? And I know, hey, they're just like everyone else, but they sound fancy. And you know what's interesting is and I think in America we'll say like luxury, like the word luxury more. They say premium, right? And when they say premium, I'm like, that just sounds so much fancier than luxury. Like premium? Oh, sure. So I don't know. I think they sound more elegant, sure. Now, are they more elegant? Debatable, but okay. Ooh, mayo is the most versatile condiment. Now, in this context, I'm going to take this as vegan mayo. You can choose whatever mayo variety you would like to think about as you consider this question. I would say agree. Okay. I think mayo actually is the most versatile condiment because you can add a variety of things to it to change it into a different kind of sauce. So if you think of mayo as like a base, then you can add, let's say, balsamic vinegar and some truffle oil in there. Stir it up. Wow, that's a sauce. You can put some buffalo sauce in there. Makes it a little more creamy. You can make like a creamy mustard sauce. You can add some spices to it and just call it a day. So in terms of versatility, I think that the mayo integrates with more other ingredients because of the fact that it is very much a base for whatever your heart desires. Chipotle, aioli. That's not easy to say. You put mayo on toast, but then what else do you put on there? That's the question. It's like, okay, I put mayo on toast and then there has to be an and then there. Mayo will never love me. Listen, don't speak too soon, Gonzalo. We know. Europe equals tomato on fries. Interesting. You put butter on toast, you heathen. Maple syrup is very versatile. I agree. Can be used in quite a bunch of things. Yep, it's very. I mean, no one can argue with the versatility of mayo. That's all I'm going to say. All right, so this one, college is overrated. Now, for those of you outside of America, university is overrated. University is overrated. Is it? think the views on this are changing, actually. Um, However, I would agree that it is overrated. I think that there are many ways to get a great job, to learn things you need to learn without getting yourself in debt, and without wasting a lot of money on a 4-year social experiment. Um, Now, that being said, it could be a good and valuable experience for some people, certainly. But I think at least now there are so many ways to learn really valuable things at your own pace and get actually more experience doing them that can, if you want to get a job that will actually help you in the job market. Of course, there's going to be your specialty areas that need certifications in order to get a job. That'd be like a doctor or some kind of just any job that has a certification regarding it, right? But if it's anything outside one of those, I would say yes. University is a bit overrated. At least it used to be. I think it's getting less overrated these days. All right. All right, friends, we have a few more here. This one's interesting. Okay, open-faced sandwiches should not be considered sandwiches. Open-faced sandwiches should not be considered sandwiches. I disagree. I think that an open-faced sandwich should still be considered a sandwich. Reasons being, a sandwich should be able to be eaten with the hands. You can still eat an open-faced sandwich with your hands, okay? A sandwich should have some kind of carbohydrate outer substance that encapsulates and holds its inner substance. That can still be accomplished on an open-faced sandwich. And that's why I disagree that an open-faced sandwich should not be considered a sandwich. All sandwiches should be treated equally and fairly. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Sandwich equality. Hard work is more important than talent. Hard work is more important than talent. I would agree that hard work is more important than talent because one, actual talent is extremely rare. So I don't think there are many people who actually would qualify for having real talent. Next is talent can only get you so far. So if you were to have talent and not to work hard, you would have a threshold of how far you could go and excel, right, in that area. Now, someone who works hard could be below you on the start, but they could easily surpass you by their concentrated effort. And if you just have talent and no hard work, where is the effort? Where is the concentration? So I agree. Talent without hard work is wasted. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I mean, I don't even know how this is a question that could be debated. A fork is better than a spoon for mac and cheese. This is a strong agree that a fork is better than a spoon. Is your cheese comprising like a liquid that you need to fish your macaronis out of? If no, then you don't need a spoon. Your cheese ratio should be that the cheese is enough on the macaroni that when you use a fork that it all kind of stays together. We're not talking about cheese soup here. So the fork is absolutely better. You can spear more of it. You don't have to break all of the noodle particles as you're trying to scoop it on up. It's also easier to put in your mouth. I feel like when you use a spoon and you scoop like macaroni, there's more chances for it to fall off into the wild. You know what I'm saying? Like it's less harnessed. There's more chaos in the sensory. So just like stab that thing and then put it in your mouth, and then you have a good macaroni eating experience. Thank you very much. My name is Lindsay. All right, we have two more. The week should start on a Monday, not a Sunday. I agree. The week should start on a Monday. The fact that, and I know some calendars let you rearrange which day starts first, but the fact that calendars, generally speaking, start on a Sunday, let's keep it with the average work week, folks. Like let's start on a Monday, go through to a Sunday, not Sunday, Monday. It's like you're throwing like a little chance that maybe you didn't realize that there was a Sunday there, and then like that was your Monday. And then what could happen? All right. College athletes should get paid. Well, I think a lot of college athletes do get scholarships. So in a way that is getting paid. I'm guessing this is talking about in addition to that. I guess it depends. I guess I would say it would depend on the amount of time required for that position. If you are someone who does something for school and like that's taking up the amount of time that would equate with like a scholarship time, and then you're putting in even more time in which you can't work or have another like a job because of the amount of time it's requiring, then yeah, you should get paid because you no longer have an option to have outside work. So I know nothing about sports, but that would be my 2 cents. It would really have to deal with the amount of expected time that needed to be contributed to that thing, right? Otherwise, it's kind of like slave labor, being like, I don't know. Again, I don't sports, so. All right, guys. So we went through the pack of cards of I Dissent. There was some that I certainly skipped over just because I didn't want to go into every single one. Thank you for joining me for this this live stream. It's been an hour and 9 minutes, but do you know what? It's been a good hour and 9 minutes, and I'm going to drink my water. And yeah, that's that. So thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me. This is going to be the end of the stream. I know sometimes I go longer, and I will do a longer live stream in which we chat it up more. You guys were great, though. Thank you for playing this game with me. A lot of us seem to be on the same page, which is fantastic. Not exactly surprised. Wait, Indy, come here. Say hello to the nice internet people. They love you. They say how cute you are, then they make jokes about you. He says, thank you, internet people. All right, guys. Thanks. I'll see you soon. So long and farewell.